Hey guys, I actually thought of uploading the videos of the 30 minutes from my Twitch, and then instead I said, oh, let's change my mind. Actually, I changed my mind. So yeah, instead I will actually go and show these weapons and what we have in this game, what we got, what has been changed. I'm gonna do some missions, I'm gonna play against some bosses and so on. And instead I will upload that. Since this is still the demo version, in a couple of days, actually in a 3 days on a 15th March, I'll have access to the full release, which I have pre-ordered on my PlayStation 5. So then we'll have access to the higher tier classes. So currently, as you can see here, so you can actually have a basic or advanced class in this demo. You cannot go above that, sadly. So as you can see here, I will just show you. Here, if you try to unlock, let's say Ninja, it says cannot be unlocked in a demo, which means we have no access to it, sadly. But we will get it soon. So let's get back on the basic classes and let's speak about them. So as you can see here, at least in this demo, we have a bunch of them, like a sword fighter, swordsman, ronin, pugilist, marauder, mage, duelist, lancer. Like each of them is actually unique on its own, and then each of these classes here actually can have a new job, which is like an advanced job. So let's say if you are playing the sword fighter and then you want to get the new job, which is knight. Wow, you gotta combine the sword fighter and swordsman, which means you will need also to play the swordsman, which is here, and build toward the knight here in order to unlock that advanced job. Otherwise, it's not possible to unlock it. This applies for any other job. So just to save our time, not speak about every other. As you can see here, let's say you want to play the warrior, you need a swordsman and you need a ronin. As you can see here, there you go, warrior. You want to play samurai, for example, certain advanced jobs, they just ask you for a single class or single job, however you want to call it. But certain ask for two of them. And imagine, let's say, for example, I've been actually playing a lot with a duelist, and I built toward the thief, and the thief is actually a combination of the duelist and pugilist. Pugilist using the fist and the duelist using the double daggers, or however you want to call them. So once you unlock these two, I get the advanced job, which is here. And then from that advanced job, I can go further, which is insane, right? So I can combine two advanced jobs into the like more advanced job, which is fucking a lot and sick. Reason why is actually that the more, let's say, advanced jobs you unlock, the more access to different weapons you will have. So what I'm actually speaking about is, watch this. As a duelist, you're using double daggers. And as a thief, since that's a combination of the duelist and pugilist, you can use either fist or dual daggers. Which means you can remain thief class even though you switch in between the dual daggers and fists. And you get to the advanced job, and we get to the thief and samurai, that will mean, as long as we are ninja, we can play the katana, we can play the dual daggers, we can play the fists, which is crazy. If you go for assassin, it's a combination of the thief and monk. You can have a dual daggers, you can have a fists, and now let's get back to the monk and see what is the monk, how you build a monk. So there you go, here is a monk. Monk is a pugilist and lancer, which means if you choose assassin, you can play with a lance, you can play with a fist, you can play with a dual daggers. And on top of these more advanced jobs, I think there will be more, maybe not, I'm not sure, because I still don't have access to that more advanced job. But I think the more advanced jobs you are having, the bigger, should I say, the more weapons actually you can use and remain that same class. Because each of these is basically combined into this advanced class. So if you are a thief, that's a combination of these two, which means all these skills that you've been having here are actually still active there, even you are a thief. Because the thief is a combination of these two, which is pretty sick, pretty not, and I fucking love this. So I have to say that all the weapons themselves are actually quite unique, quite unique, fun in their own ways. You gotta find the good, good way to approach with all of them. I gotta say that I'm super surprised that the axe, which is used by Marauder, is super fast. I'll show you. Mage, which is broken as hell with those magics, like it's super crazy. It's really, really crazy, guys. So let's get here in this tutorial and just show something and just demonstrate what skills you can do, what combos you can use, and so on and so on. So let's go. We'll start with a Greatsword, as I just enter right now here. And then you'll have some tutorials that you can complete. They're not bad though. I would suggest you actually doing these tutorials because they are quite nice. And let's view tutorial, and it will basically just show you a single skill, which in my opinion, this doesn't tell you anything. Just showing you example of the playstyle. But yeah, as you can see here, having an enemy, so you have a few combos that you could actually repeat there in order actually to finish this, let's say, tutorial sequence. But what you can actually see here, you can use the charge moves. Let's see, they can be interrupted as well. So that's a fully charged move. As you can see, it's basically blinking like 1, 2. Fuck, dude. Peace off. See, I'm showing to the people something. 1, 2, 3, and that's actually the. When you heard the third beep, it's actually fully charged. Then it says. So what does it say as a next? Look, you can hold your square, immediately cancel it with a block, and go for another attack. So this is it. There you go. So that's for example, second move, which is actually quite fun and great. And now what was showing as the third one is actually square. See, it's a quite nice, wasn't it? So move your analog stick back, and then you can charge it. It's a quite fun. So you can either do the just quick attack, or you can actually charge it. See, 2, 3, fully charged, bam, and smack him down. Now it says hold the triangle. 1, 2, 3, and then you cancel it with block, which is quite nice because when you cancel it with a block, you can actually go for a next move. And now it says defeat all the goblins. So see, that's quite nice thing here. I did block it, and actually went for a counter attack. I'm gonna charge it. I'm gonna hit. Okay, kill them all. Doesn't matter. But as you can see, it's a quite fun, a lot of fun. So bear in mind, you can tap your attack button. You have a hold skills, which are basically charging, doing more damage. Then you have your analog stick involved. So when you move your analog stick basically backwards, it's gonna launch that one. If you press square and move it forward, it's gonna do something different. When you press it and move it on the side, it's gonna do something different depending on the weapon. Not all the weapons have that abilities, but as you can see, a lot of weapons have. So square, move down, charge. Square, move forward, charge if that weapon have, but this one doesn't have, sadly. So I said, like, it's a triangle special move, cancel into block. Damn, like a really nice follow-up that you can do with this sword. Let's go for our next weapon. Leave the area. I'm basically just showing you some basics here that a game has, like nothing that it's not said already in a game. I'm not inventing anything new. I'm just sharing my thoughts and the things, what you can add, what is nice, what not, and so on. I'm gonna actually be working on the other stuff once the game is fully released, and then I will actually bring more stuff that I find, discover more combos, and so on and so on. So now we are actually at the dual daggers, which are super fucking good, pretty fast. And on top of that I have fast, basically, the moment ago, if you remember, I was speaking that you have actually tap in square attacks. Then you have a one where you move your analog, and then it's do something else, like this, for example. Daggers in all 4 directions, you can actually activate that skill. So 1, 2, forwards, 1, 2, backwards, 1, 2 on a side, 1, 2 on another side. So this is quite nice. I'm not actually sure does it have the iframes, but it's actually reposition yourself, which is quite nice. Basically, you can hit the enemy and you can back off from your enemy if enemy is about to charge some attack or something like that, which is super nice. Then weak spot, a very good ability. I will just show it. So let's go for this tutorial and let's just show it actually. So it says, let's see, square triangle. That's a skill that you can actually customize and adjust. So square, square, on me. So it says double square into the square with analog on a right plus triangle. So 1, 2. I did hold it, but it's super fun. Basically, you can do this unlimitedly. It's just super fucking good. 1, 2. Give me a sec. That was a weak spot, which I fucking love. So, okay, we got a goblin right now. Big one. This one is good for approaching. So weak spot is really good for approaching. So as you can see, this soul shield, okay, pardon me. This soul shield actually quite nice. So you basically use it to basically deflect an opponent. You can use your block as well, because the block is speeding up the recovery of your if you time the guard, actually it's gonna speed up the recovery of your soul bar. This actually yellow bar in the middle. I gotta say also that the soul block is really responsive. And watch this. It's just so good, so satisfying. It reminds me of Waterfall from Neo. The only thing, in my opinion, but I guess that comes with a game. You can actually slightly faster recover this. Should I call it purple bar with below our health, which actually give you the these abilities which are on triangles. So the triangle abilities cannot be used unless you have that purple meter below your HP bar, which is quite fun. Okay, let's leave this area and let's move to the next weapon. And the next one will be Knuckles. Knuckles are fucking sick. Like, I personally enjoy them a lot. They're super fast. Like, basically, I'm playing Neo myself. You play Neo. The fists are super fast in Neo. But this shit is like actually hell faster. I don't know. Like, it's super fast. Like, look at this though. It's really fast. So basically, when you get here, always remember, every single weapon has involved quick, strong attacks into some charge, or holding your square, or actually using your analog. So for example, attack twice using your analog, attack twice and don't use analog back, and so on and so on. I was showing that. So you never know. You actually want to test every weapon you get. You gotta try out what you can do with them, because you can be surprised. I mean, the game doesn't show you all of it, so you're gonna discover on your way. But yeah, it's gonna just show us some shit right now, but let's get there. So hold. So it's basically like charge attack, and then 1, 2, 3. So okay, it says 3 times square to square. Square to square, pardon me. So as you can see, it's building up this blue thing on you. I'm not yet sure what does that do, but it probably has something with damage or break damage. I'm pretty sure actually. So square. Let's get back here. So square, analog forward plus square to square. So can we just change that? There you go. And what is left is a square, square, square to square. Square, square. Okay, come on. Good. Square, square into square. There you go. So Maximize your power prowess and successful hits. So this is probably that blue thingy that we were speaking of. So basically we are maximizing that by hitting him, but not with all the moves. So if you just pay close attention, so not all the moves gonna give you that blue thingy. As you can see, some sort of the combine does. Will actually give you that. When you fully charge it, you can actually launch this attack, which does way more damage. So let's do it again. So there you go. That's actually what the game wanted to show you. We fully charged it, it transformed from the blue to the red one, and actually you've been breaking the shit out of these goblins. It's quite fun actually. So there is, as I said, a lot of stuff that the game just doesn't tell you, but you actually gonna find out that. See that? So I use that attack to avoid his incoming attack. So okay, he hit me there. And I guess it's super crazy, right? Bam! You see that one? It's a way different than the one we used to have. So you hold it. So I'm not sure, can you charge this if you don't have the enemy, but let's see. I guess we cannot. Yeah, you need a target for it. Yes, you need a target for it. But as you can see, as I said, like this is super fucking fast. It's really fast. So when I have time, I'm gonna actually try to break down and show some combos for this, because as I said, the game haven't told you everything, and there is a bunch of stuff that we can do actually with them. It's not thing that you should mash your controller, because mashing your controls will not help you, as I said. But always bear in mind, quick attack by tapping, holding, then quick attack into the attack with analog stick, forward, backward, left, right. You can always combine and bear that in mind and try the different stuff. So basically watch this. There you go. So that was basically quick attack, or the square into the another square with analog stick moved back, and he actually went back there. So if you try to do it forward, you're gonna do that one. If you try to do it on a side, you're gonna do that sort of uppercut, and so on and so on. So as I said, there is a lot of stuff that actually have to be shown and explained, and we still have that psh, psh, which is funny. But yeah, I don't mind it. So let's move to the next weapon, guys. This video might be long, like 30 minutes. I will try to divide it actually, and put some timestamps at least. It's gonna be just some, you know, explanation, some talking, chatting about a game, which is quite actually something that I wanted to do instead of just giving you, oh, here is my gameplay from the Twitch, which you have already seen pretty much. So yeah, let's get here with a sword, and let's see what the sword has. Okay, it's gonna just show us some bullshit sword fire. And now again, as you can see, this time, as I said, square. That's the first one. So as you can see, you could actually just reposition yourself. If you press the square, then square plus your analog stick right. So if you try to do the square plus your analog stick on the left, you're gonna actually go on opposite side. If you try to do the square then go back, that you see what happens. So I did a square, and then I did a square plus analog back. That happens. That's why I'm saying that's why you want to experiment. So square, and then you do the square plus square with analog forward like this. You're gonna do the thrust attack. Of course, the game haven't told you that, they just show you some moves. So here, what you can also do with a certain weapons is basically, in the moment when an enemy attack, you can do the certain moves such as the attack and then this one. I'll just show you. Okay. He hit me. So you gotta actually time it correctly, but So it's not that easy to pull out, so I'm just gonna try it again. Come on. Because you gotta attack on your charge here, basically. So let's do this one. So when you hold your square, this is what happens. So saying hold, come on dude. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's like another combo. And again. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna wait for him to do that once more, and I'm gonna show you that. That's like a kind of counter parry attack that he can do. Peace off. The jump. Come on. Yeah, they have a crazy tracking actually. I've realized that. Come on. Yeah, I'm waiting for that charge attack that he does. Okay, there we go. Come on. Come on, come on. I gotta be at a certain distance for this. But yeah. There we go. That's the one. So as I said, it's kind of tricky to get it down. But once you get it, it's actually quite nice. So here. And hit the enemy. Wait, it says triangle and hit the enemy. Ah, there you go. So another thingy, as I said, a lot of stuff. Let's see what you're gonna do. This is the quite nice thingy that you can do. Chaos! Boom, he's dead. That will be like this tutorial for the sword. So let's go to the next weapon. So quite fun, quite unique. As I said, combat is way more fluid than it used to be, and I'm actually very happy play this game and enjoy it. Mace. If when you think Mace, wow, this is some sort of warrior. No, Mace, actually the mages are using the Mace, which is quite crazy. But funny thing I want to show you right away with the mages is actually you have a different type of magics that you can do. And depending on how long you hold in the button, you can actually charge it in 3 different ways. You have like a super fast one, you have like a slightly charged, and you have a fully charged. Each of them has a different name, and you will actually quite easily recognize them. Just to understand what I'm speaking of, pay attention now when I press the triangle. And let's say I have 4 elements here. It's a fire, it's a Fira, and it's a Firaga. So those are the 3 different. Depending, like of course, the fully charged one is actually super strong. As you can see, the funny thing is, you can use water, you can use the earth one, wind one. So it's quite fun. So let's use water one, for example. It's a super fucking nice, super dope. With a mage, you also have a charge attack as with any other class. You can do the quick attack, so quick attack into the analog with back. There you go, what it is. So it's some sort of deflect block. Quick attack into the analog on the left doesn't do nothing. On the right either, on the front either. So that's why I'm saying you can experiment. Okay, in the front was something. Oh, there you go. It does something. As I said, not even me myself knows everything, because I just started this 2 days ago. So yeah, let's get here, and it's gonna show us utilizing actions, breaking, blah 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 blah. Let's go, and we're gonna have now a fully charged square. So can charge while moving. So this is actually quite fun thing that as you can see, which says you can charge your weapon while moving, The other classes actually cannot do that. If you try to do that with a warrior, you're gonna actually just cancel the charge, which is quite crazy. So this one has a full attack. Okay, pardon me. So quick attack into the... There you go. It's actually counter parry. Now it says cast the Iaroga. And you wonder, what the fuck is Iaroga? This is the Iaroga... Wait, give me a sec. So... Iaroga, it's actually the fully charged one. So as you can see here, Iaroga. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correct, but that's actually how it's called. At least how I read it. But it's fine. So let's see what we learn here. And then let's charge it. You see this? That was actually a quick one. That was a quick one. I will show you the mid-charge one. Not fully charged one, but I'll just show you. That's actually middle charge one. And now let's get to this. So as you can see, oh, we have a fire enemy. Okay, we can use some water here. And I'm gonna fully charge it to watch this. It's a really nice strike-in, which is good. Kick the shit out of him. The funny thing about these guys, when they shoot a fire at you, you can basically soul shield that, absorb their magic, shoot a fire 3 times at them, they're gonna self-destruct, auto-explode. It's quite nice actually to utilize it when you have a lot of enemies near you, and then you just kite all these enemies near them, and then you shut 3 times flames at them, they auto-explode and they kill everybody. So bear that in mind, it can be pretty handy. To move on to the lance. Lance, it's actually quite dope, and I like it. It can look a little bit clunky at first, but trust me, it is not. It is not. So it's a pretty dope, pretty nice, pretty sweet. So let's get there and let's just show you. Okay, as you can see here, with the lance or lancers, you got a pierce attacks, you have a strike attack, slash attacks, hold attacks, and so on and so on and so on. So get back here. What do you have here? So that was actually, if you move your analog stick and press square, you're gonna do that. If you move it up and press the square, it's gonna do the thrust attack. That's a thrust attack. If you move it on a side, you're gonna actually do that side attack. So basically this was square with analog right away. Not any like... Do you see the difference right now? Between this... A sec. You see the difference between this? Pardon me. So you gotta bear in mind one thing. If you are holding your analog on a left or right and then try to press the square, nothing will happen. Because the game will not register it as that move. So what you wanna do instead, you wanna release your analog, press the square and then do analog. Or actually move analog while pressing the square. So move analog while pressing the square. So you see, if I was actually holding my analog and I press the square, he's gonna do the thrust attack. No matter what I'm doing, that's going to happen. But if I move my analog and at the same time I press the square, he will actually do this move. And then on the other side, and a back, and on the front, thrust attack. If you want to do the quick attack, then actually launch that one, it also works. So you do the quick attack, and then at the same time you move your analog and press the square, you're gonna get into that move. And what is the funny thing? You can actually chain these moves. You can chain a lot of these moves. So that's why I'm saying do not mash your buttons, because that's something you don't want to do. So quick attack. And then I do this one, and then for example do this one, and so on and so on. So 1, 2, 3, into this one, into this one, into this one, into this one. I don't have control over it to show you, but you could actually guess what I've been doing there. So I can just do it again. So I did a quick attack into the quick attack with analog. Dude, stop it. quick attack with analog on the right, quick attack with analog on the back, quick attack with analog on the front. What is the funny thing here? You can charge this. Actually, you know when it's fully charged, when you hear that third beep. So it's quite fun. So let's get there. If you have these annoying guys, just shoot them. If you don't want to approach them. So, as I said, these guys really have a crazy tracking. That's a piercing rain. So actually, Lance is not that clunky, it's not that slow. You just gotta know how to build it and how to play with it. That's why I keep saying mashing your buttons will not solve anything. 1, 2. Then you can do land another attack. Then one more. So there is a bunch of shit you can do. I'm just showing here. What I'm showing is basically nothing. So there is a lot of stuff you can do. That's why I'm always saying, bear in mind all these combinations that they are actually have on different weapons, and then you try it out with the new weapons, and you might discover new combos. Katana. That's the next one. Katana, as you can see right now, you'll see yourself in a high stance. This is basically the high stance katana. And it's kind of slow, right? Fuck, man. Right, it's not as fast as Neo. But yeah, again, different game. I'm not saying you do not expect Neo 3 here. You have a nice combination of a hack and slash game, which this game has no stamina management, so it's different, but it's unique on its own way. So with Katana, 1, 2, 3. It more reminds on a Final Fantasy Samurai or the class that's using the katana. If you ever played Final Fantasy 14, you would know. And let's say, for example, you can see that similar combination of the attacks: square, square, then analog stick backwards with square, square, analog stick forward with square, and then you can do the square, square with analog stick back. So you can actually make a different combinations. So you have a lot of combinations that you can do. This thing, it's actually quite dope. I'm gonna show it right now again to you. You hold your square to charge the... I forgot what was the name of this. Can you piece off, sucker? So you hold it to charge it. Okay. And then once you charge it, you can actually keep up doing this unlimitedly. Just timely pressing your square. And this shit does a lot of break. And you can basically do it unlimitedly until tomorrow. During the Senshin... Okay, it's a Senshin stance. So as you can see, Samurai has a different stance. You hold your square and you get into the Senshin stance, and basically you can keep up doing this. It's actually quite fun. And now, another thing that you can do basically is... as the full attack, you can actually do the Senshin stance and actually do some sort of deflector, like a parry them. There you go, that's how it looks like. Now, during the Senshin stance, you can also use the triangle moves. You can combine the triangle with a square as well. So let's get back to the Senshin stance. 1, 2, 3. Fuck, I didn't have enough of the gauge, seems like. 1, 2, 3. It's super dope, right? So let's get back here. You're gonna charge it again. It says triangle, square, triangle again. Okay, it seems like I misinput something. So again, charges Senshin stance. Was it that one? Okay, again. There you go. So as I said, like, you gotta be careful. You don't want to mash inputs because that will not help. Really, man, huh? Really, man. You get from my back, huh? The funny thing about the katana, we all like that EI Joe, right? Watch this. 2, 3, and then wait for him to approach. And now you're gonna actually cancel it. Oh, you're immune. He cannot cancel it. He can break actually your shield. There you go. EI draw. 1, 2. So yeah, there is a really lot of stuff you can do with the samurai. So this, as I said, this shit is actually dope as hell. But you gotta have this purple gauge to do it. So Katana is not as slow as you think it is. It just looks slow, and it just looks like you're in a high stance, but you can do a bunch of other stuff. So let's get back. In my opinion, they should give you actually that should allow you to refill that gauge, and so you can actually in this tutorial test out the stuff. That's actually my personal opinion how they should do it. Axe is fucking fast. I don't know, like a Kratos axe is slower than this, and we all know that a God of War Kratos axe is super fast, but this fucking axe is huge and fast. So yeah, this shit is actually quite crazy. So let me just show you. Let's get back there. Okay, the axe itself has a lot of charge attacks, and basically it's a build about the charge attacks because it's a really powerful weapon which does a lot of break. So watch this. 1, 2, 3. Shit is broken, right? So what is the funny thing? So anytime you can actually charge it. Now that's the funny thing. So you can do the 3 full charge. 1, second charge, and then you can do a 3rd charge after that one. As I said, like more moves, and at any time you can charge it, which is quite great. So 1, 2. So 1, 2. It's like, you know, send you a little bit back. Okay, and did mispress it there? You gotta be really precise with your inputs. The game has a really good register. It registers everything, but you gotta be precise with your inputs. You cannot mash your buttons. As I said, you gotta actually release your button when you want to perform that analog stick plus square. You cannot hold your analog stick and expecting that move will launch. So 1, 2, you're gonna release it, then you can actually do that analog back plus square. If you try to hold your analog stick after the, let's say you do the 2 quick attacks and you hold your analog stick back and pressing the square, he will not actually perform that move, just so you know. So now it says fully charge 3 of these squares. Okay, fully charge 1, 2, 3. Come on. And there is a specific timing that you can miss. As you can see, you gotta respectively pay attention on each of these timings in order to do the 3 fully charged attacks. Otherwise, it will happen that you miss, like I did there. So basically, I can do this one, then I can miss it. This one actually, second is nice, but 3rd one you can easily miss. So right now it says square. So what was new there? Hold. 2, 3. This is super powerful attack. So square. Like as I said, a lot of combination to do crazy stuff with axe. So I'm just saying the axe is pretty dope in this game. So watch now. As you can see, when they break your soul shield, whatsoever you wanna call it, they're gonna knock you down. But when you're charging your attack, nothing will happen as long as you have it. So as I said, axe is quite dope. Has a lot of moves comparing, for example, to Neo, which is really limited with axe. But yeah, so axe is pretty fun. So let's get out of here, axe, and that's a Marauder class if you want who's wielding the axe. And let's see what is left out of the weapons. And that should be all the weapons, guys. So basically I actually went through all weapons that I've actually had here in the demo. and I show you. I'm not sure if there is a more of them. Maybe there is, maybe there is not. I'm not sure. We have seen a lot of stuff here, and it was actually quite fun, and I'm really having a lot of fun with the game. So here, as you can see, I'm getting just back to this tree like a thief. Basic class, all the basic class, like we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So far here we have a 10 classes. Out of the 10, 8 are basic. I have a 2 advanced class, which can be combined in a more advanced class after that. And we have a total of 27 class that has a team, according to the Team Ninja and the Square Enix. And when you get here to the tree, I just want to show a few more, one more thing. You have a different skills that you can actually apply. And if you get here in the battle settings, you can actually go to the combo abilities, and something similar to the Neo skill customization, you can basically change the moves. Okay, I want to have this skill here, I want to have this skill here, and I want to have this skill here. And depending on what combo sequence you're inputting, the different triangle move will pop up, as you could see there. If I go, for example, square plus triangle, the move which will pop up for my triangle will be Hyakugetsu. I think I have pronounced that correctly. If you go square square, then next triangle which you can use would be Jimpu, and then square square square, then triangle would be Ei Giri. So as I said, there is a skill customization which is quite nice. You get here for a thief. Thief actually is a combination, so depending on the weapon you use, we can have a different skills from either monk from either pugilist or the dual dagger wielder whatsoever. So when you get to the gear, and yeah, there you go, abilities. Let me just first speak about abilities. You can have different abilities here which you can use. So depending on the class, the more class you learn, you have more abilities here which you can actually add. Those are just basically just some buffs, counter buffs, speed buffs and so on. Nothing too special, nothing that you need to use. And this damn light bringer, which honestly, this light bringer is broken. It reminds me of a living weapon somehow, because you get inside it, you don't have a soul shield meter, and basically you can block anything you want, and you can launch the shit tons of skill. And here when you get to the gear, you know, it's a casual thingies. The only thing which I really love about this is actually this optimized equipment. You don't need to get here, oh, what I'm gonna use, is this better or this? Oh, fuck, this is not that good. You don't need to worry too much. Press your touchpad and it's gonna optimize your equipment. It's gonna give you the highest level one. And then on top of that, as you can see here, let me just get back there, sorry. At our stats, you can see you have a HP, you have mana, you have break. So the break is one that you consume when you actually do that soul counter. Let's just call it that way. I'm not break counter, however you want to call it. And as you can see here, when you get to the stats are strength, agility, stamina, intellect, spirit, luck, physical attack, defense, magic attack, defense. For the people who play the Final Fantasy, they probably are very familiar with these. But I believe that actually the more agility you have, you probably way faster. There is no equipment weight like there is in Neo. For a particular reason for that, it's actually you have no stamina. And since you have no stamina to maintain, or a key or something, any sort of bar like that, you don't need the equipment weight, and you don't need your agilities to have a different grades like in Neo, A, B, C, D, A, and so on and so on. At least that's what I think, and that's like a most logical thinking from my perspective. Each of these probably also boosts your weapons, because depending on the class you play, more strength, more agility, stamina, intellect, spirit, luck will actually, you know, affect your scaling, most likely. But as I said, the game gonna be out soon. This is just demo, and this is just what I can tell you right now. I've been really enjoying these missions. I will make some boss fights from these missions that we have there, but I actually just wanted to make this video and showcase what I have in this game, and just to share how surprised I'm with this game. And actually I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna stick with this game. Aside of Neo, it's gonna be another game from a beautiful action game from a Team Ninja, because myself personally, I'm not a big fan of the turn-based combat. Some people are, that's fair enough. I'm not. In a Final Fantasy 14 online that I was playing, I was actually enjoying the game and so on, but I didn't like that global cooldowns on a skill, and this is somehow something I actually wanted to play. So there it is, great game. Anyways, guys, thank you everybody very much for watching. Thank you for stopping by my streams. Thank you for support on YouTube. I'll be making more content regarding to this game. Of course, aside of Neo, I'm gonna keep up doing my Neo stuff as I usually do, and you can always find me on Twitch. You can always find me on Discord. Make sure, guys, you join our Discord. You can also find discussion and a lot of people who will be testing about this game there. Until then, guys, have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all. Bye bye and take care.